Is it the end of physical media as we know it? Let's jump straight into it. Don't forget, if you're using the video today, there are links in the description below for the best place to get those home cinema products. Make sure you check those out at the end of this video. Hi movie fans, welcome back to my channel. So today we're discussing physical media, whether that be Blu-ray movies or Blu-ray games. Sony announced about a week ago that they will be stopping production of the Blu-ray format. Now this was released in Japan only, and it was meant for Japan. This got misinterpreted and was spread across the board. Everyone's jumped on the bandwagon for a lot of clickbait to get people to watch, saying that they're going to be stopping making Blu-ray discs, Blu-ray movies and Blu-ray games. This was not the case. What Sony actually meant was they would stop making blank media for recording on. So that meant Blu-rays and mini discs, because in Japan, a lot of people still use Blu-rays and mini discs for recording media too. So because that is coming to an end, because a lot of people now using hard drives and using USB flash drives to store media, Sony have decided not to make any more recordable Blu-ray discs for recording on or any mini discs for mini disc players. So that does not affect the rest of the world. We are still going to get physical games and we're still going to get physical movies. Also, Sony did that deal with Disney, giving them the rights to print Blu-ray discs and 4K discs of a fair few Disney titles. So that was proof in the pudding that this was just misinterpreted. People were jumping on the bandwagon saying it's the end of Blu-ray, it's the end of physical media. No, it's not. Blu-ray has took off considerably, as a lot of people now are jumping off streaming services and jumping back into Blu-ray and 4K discs. So we'll just go through what Sony said originally in their post. So original post that was misinterpreted was that on Thursday, Sony in Japan announced it will no longer manufacture or sell blank Blu-ray discs in the home market. Several outlets misinterpreted this, and the company's press release was incorrectly assumed that a Blu-ray format was going to be discontinued. In its original press release, what was published in the recording media section of its support website, Sony Japan explains it will cease in production of a Blu-ray disc media along with mini discs for recording and mini disc data discs for recording from February 2025, which means that Sony's press release was intended for a Japan audience, and in Japan optical media discs are still somewhat common tool for recording and burning media. Based on the context, they are ancient formats like mini disc. We can infer that Sony is talking about blank Blu-ray discs, not physical movies or physical games. So all the assumptions that Sony was giving up on Blu-ray, 4K discs, physical media was just thrown out the water by misinterpretation of what Sony said. The main reason for that as well is in Japan we have a culture that record TV programs on Blu-ray discs, and they sell blank Blu-ray storage discs for this use only in Japan. So what that means is Sony is still making Blu-ray players, they're still making Blu-ray discs, and they're still going to make games for the PS5. We don't know what's going to happen with the PS6 yet, but I can assume that they're still going to make that Blu-ray media. A lot of people prefer physical. There's going to be a lot of lawsuits if they start taking away content that people have paid for buying that digital format, because you know they can take away when they lose the licenses for it, and you're going to lose that game or you're going to lose that movie. So the best way for that to go forward is for Sony and other companies to continue to record movies and put them on Blu-ray discs so you can all purchase physical media. So we found this video informative, and as you can see, we are still going to get physical games and we are still going to get physical movies on Blu-ray, just not recordable. If you want recordable discs to record to, Verbatim are still making them. There's a lot of big companies out there that still make recordable discs. I still use a Blu-ray recorder and I still buy a Blu-ray disc to transfer stuff to, and I buy all the Verbatim ones. I never bought Sony. Sony always I found were a lot more expensive for that disc. You literally got 5 in a pack when you can buy like 100 from Verbatim, which makes a massive difference. So thanks for watching, happy viewing, and I'll catch you next one.